Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Connoisseur's Conversation. Today we're going to get into a fragrance from the house of Roja Parfums. It's a fragrance that has been out for quite some time. It's I'd say about 10 years old. This fragrance has been in their core fragrance lineup for that long. It's coming on the heel ends of my In Search of Homme fragrance list the other week, or the other day I should say. This is a fragrance that is, to me, a class-defining, refined masculinity type of fragrance. And for me, these are the scents that are my daily wears, my attractive fragrances for office, my attractive fragrances for business settings, and also fragrances that can take me into a nightcap and or a dinner date. So if this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drydown, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuance of scent, cigar, and wine. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. We're going to get right into this fragrance, but first, as always, I like to give you guys a little bit of a variety, not so much of a list, but something that'll give you a variation in the scent profile while also giving you a sense of differentiating fragrances if you want to have similar fragrances in your collection. First, I want to introduce you guys to the fragrance from Mio FUSCIUNI, and this is Spirito. Now, Spirito is a very green, fresh, woody, spicy fougère style of fragrance that Mio FUSCIUNI has put on the market. And I've truly enjoyed this fragrance. I thought for myself that this would be a fragrance that I only enjoyed in spring, early summer. But I'm coming to find out in the fall, it does its best work for me as a scent profile. It's very herbaceous, heavy in angelica and cypress with a mid of myrtle and hyssop. It comes to a very well done, masculinely blended base of cedar wood, elemi resins, vetiver, and guaiac wood. This is one of those scents that's slightly spicy, very herbaceous as I stated, and has some woody accords to it. And Mio FUSCIUNI has some naturals in here that harken back to yesteryear while still giving it a modern effect. Now, this is not a scent that you will find in any Macy's or any Dillard's or Neiman Marcus at the moment. This is one of those true niche fragrances that really wanted to capture the herbaceous accords, really give an insight into what cypress can do in a fragrance, because that's one of those woody accords that is not used as often as it used to be used. And also, one of the more peculiar parts of this particular scent is that he used an accord that he made of himself, and he names it paper accord. That is Mio FUSCIUNI's Spirito. Very nice, refined fougère fragrance that is going off very well in the fall of 2023. And so guys, next up, what I have for you on this list of variables is the fragrance by the house of Clive Christian, and this is Cypress. Now, this is part of the when you say upscale for Clive Christian, it's kind of hard a statement to make, but this is a part of his noble collection, his upper range outside of the standard collection. And this fragrance here is a spicy, very warm spicy, very warm spicy. And I mean, it's one of the smoothest warm spicy fougères that I've ever put my nose on, ever. It's a very grand spice fragrance that leans fougère. It has nutmeg, coriander, lavender, ginger, oak wood. It has their patented petitgrain note in there that you're going to find in like 1872, makes it fresh. That also that patented bergamot that they use all the time. This is a very refined British upscale Savile Row style of fragrance that I think any man, once he gets his nose on it, some say it's a barbershop style fragrance. To me, it's not so much barbershop because yes, it has some fougère essences from that cypress accord, a little bit of a herbaceous / minty feel from a basil, very heady in that way, but also you have ambergris in this. And so for me, the major pickups from this one is the unctuous, oily feel of the very rounded spice accords. It's not a Middle Eastern spice. It's a very unique way that they made this accord of spices wrapped around the oak wood, and some oak moss is in this as well. They don't list it in the note structure, but I know oak moss is in this very, very prominently. I can smell it, and it's very, very sensual smelling fougère fragrance from the house of Clive Christian. And this is one of the alternatives to this particular list that I wanted to place in you guys' attention. That is Clive Christian 21, the Cypress Noble Collection. Great scent. Great scent. Might even be the scent of the day. Very, very unique scent around that herbaceous nutmeg, cinnamon, clove. Yeah, clove is in this one. It's a very oily but refined, non-intrusive oil of spices. It's a very, very unique scent. I'm very much so enjoying this one right now. Like I said, once again, the Noble Collection, Cypress, Clive Christian 21. And so, guys, what we have next up on this list is, man, this fragrance is one of Roja Parfum's core collection. It is and was introduced to me back about 7 years ago. I don't know if it was, I want to say the Perfume guy. Shout out to Perfume guy, long time reviewer on this platform. However it came about, he introduced me to this particular scent before all of the Parfum colognes came about. And I reached out to him in a conversation that he explained to me some of the better parts of this scent, and I slept on it. I got a few more fougères in my actual library before picking up this one. And late last year, I found this scent at a great steal, and I picked it up. And I must say, I am much so enamored with the way that this particular scent smells and comes off of my skin. This is Roja's Parfum Scandal. Now, Scandal to me is one of those rich, spicy fougère fragrances that come off very, very refined, very, very masculine, very, very tailored. It's a scent that has an inspirational blend for you to wear on a daily basis. The scent memory of this gives me a clear link to masculinity and defined and refined masculinity all in one. It is a scent that has a warm and cool tone that elicits the thoughts of business while pleasure. It is also a scent that teases the nostrils of females when they're in your presence. A very, very beautifully done fougère fragrance for any man who is in business and pleasure at this moment. This is a great scent for anyone. If you're single, married, girlfriend. Most women find this scent to be truly, truly pleasant, truly, truly alluring and sexual in some ways if you wear it in that part. But it's also one of those scents that define business for a man. It's, to me, the accords that bring a presence and persistence is the tonka, the vetiver, the lemon in the opening, and the floral heart. Roja Dove, as we always know, and I've preached on this particular platform, comes with some of the best floral hearts that I've ever smelled. And it makes you as a man not too particularly clear about wearing floral fragrances, because most of the offerings from yesteryear on up have been about florals. And this one has a Jazz de Mai heart along with Lily of the Valley, May Rose, and Violet. Then seeps into a vetiver, musk, sandalwood, and cashmere, and patchouli to tonka bean base, while always standing on the pedestal of that opening of lavender, petitgrain, basil, and lemon. Very, very nice. I want to say very nice. This is a very, very mature, majestic, charismatic leaning scent profile for all of us men who want to smell fantastic and smell good AF. Once again, Scandal pour homme parfum. Very, very, or should I say parfum pour homme is the way he states it on his bottle. Very, very nicely done fragrance for any man that wants to put on his best face for business daily. And sometimes, I will say this particular fougère, the way it dries down, if your lady or significant other is familiar with the musk accords and Lily of the Valley, along with a bit of a fougère oak moss feel, and she's not put off by that, by the her age. So say if she's 25 and under, some will date this and say it's that, not even knowing what dated and smelling, it's like that type of essence to it. But if you have a lady in your life that is 35 and up, 30 and up, I would say maybe 30, 35 and up, she's going to really truly enjoy this and call you a classy man. Is going to be attracted to you for that. And this is one of those things, man. This is that money scent done perfectly. Indeed. Once again, that is Scandal Parfum pour Homme by the house of Roja Parfums. Great scent to add to this capsule and connoisseurs conversation. Wanted to get this one out to you guys because I'm really enjoying this genre of fragrances right now. As I stated the other day, I'm in search of the perfect Homme, and this is a continuation of those type of fragrances that I'm leaning on right now in my perfume and fragrance wearing. It's very much so coming to the fore in my wardrobe. I'm not going out to many things as far as date nights, but I am going to business events, business meetings, and galas. So right now, I'm in the middle of wearing a lot of fougère style fragrance, masculine leaning, clean smelling, musky, woody, oak, mossy fragrances, while also leaning on elegant evening out fragrances like the Taif Oud I presented to you guys the other day. So those are the two fragrances that are really dominating my wearings right now, and which I'm truly enjoying. Once date nights come to play again in the near future, get back on track with some date nights and gets back on track with some Saturday outs with my loved ones, I'm going to bring those spicy, sweet spices back in, the likes of the Initio Parfums, the likes of the Vanille Havane. But for right now, these type of fragrances are dominating my wearings, and I'm truly enjoying these scents. So get your nose on these. That is Roja Parfums Scandal Parfum, which is the capsule for this, or the capstone for this selection, while also giving you Clive Christian's Cypress, and also hitting it out the park with the opening salvo of Mio Fuccino's Spirito. And Spirito, as I stated, this is one I suggest anyone who's looking for a differentiator in this genre to get their nose on. It's not a scent that everyone is going to love. I will say and respect that in everyone's taste. But for me, when I'm looking for something outside the boundaries of all the similar fougères, that gives me a very stark difference, because it is quite the heady fragrances from those herbaceous notes, but it's very calming. It's very, the name is apropos for what it is. It's very calming, very in line with business savvy, business sense, while also giving you a differentiator, like I said. So that is the trio for today. I hope, as always, you guys enjoyed this content. And if you did, all that I ask is that you hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with others, and let them know that more videos are to come. Until next video, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you then. Peace.